Stop right there for just a moment. I need to ask you something important. You've tried eating smaller portions, taking those evening walks, cutting out afternoon snacks. Yet that stubborn belly fat seems to have made itself permanently at home. Does this sound painfully familiar? What if I told you the problem isn't how much you're eating or even when you're eating, but one single food that's quietly sabotaging your body's natural fat-burning ability every single day? A food that's actually marketed as healthy. A food that might be sitting in your pantry right now with a heart-healthy label proudly displayed on the package. Today I'm going to reveal exactly what this metabolic saboteur is. And more importantly, I'll share the scientifically backed method to reverse its effects in less than 7 days. But here's what concerns me most. If you skip this information, you could remain stuck in the same frustrating cycle, wondering why your body isn't responding, potentially for years to come. And yes, before you ask, there's a very good chance this food made an appearance at your breakfast table this morning. Just so you know, this video is for educational purposes only. It's not medical advice, but it's grounded in real science and practical results.
You know, and I hear the same story repeatedly. I'm eating clean foods, I'm counting my calories, I'm doing everything right, but the scale won't budge. Here's what the latest research from Harvard Medical School and the Mayo Clinic has uncovered, and it's quite eye-opening. The real culprits behind stubborn weight gain aren't necessarily calories themselves. Instead, it's 3 specific biological disruptions happening inside your body. First, chronic low-grade inflammation that literally changes how your cells process energy. Second, insulin resistance that forces your body into fat storage mode rather than fat burning mode. And third, something called leptin desensitization, which is why you never feel truly satisfied after meals, no matter how much you eat. Now here's the part that might surprise you. These disruptions aren't triggered by eating too much. They're triggered by specific food-based signals that essentially confuse your hormonal control system. Think of it like static interference disrupting a clear radio signal. The most frustrating part? The food I'm about to reveal is actually recommended in most popular diet plans. It's praised by nutritionists. It's featured prominently in the healthy eating sections of grocery stores. And millions of well-meaning people consume it daily, believing they're making a smart choice for their health and their waistline.
So what is this seemingly innocent food that's been working against you? Highly processed whole grain bread. Yes, even those varieties sporting the heart-healthy and whole grain labels that we've been taught to trust. Now, before you think I'm being dramatic, let me share the science behind this. These commercial breads contain a troublesome combination: refined flours that have been stripped of their natural fiber and nutrients, then combined with inflammatory seed oils and hidden added sugars. This combination creates a perfect storm in your metabolism. When you eat this bread, it causes rapid insulin spikes that immediately shift your body into fat storage mode, while simultaneously blocking your natural fat mobilization process. It's like hitting the brakes on your metabolism while pressing the accelerator on fat storage. A particularly revealing study from Harvard followed participants for 12 weeks. Those who consumed processed whole grain breads accumulated significantly more visceral fat. That's the dangerous belly fat surrounding your organs, compared to participants who ate truly whole, unprocessed foods with the same caloric content. The irony is heartbreaking. Most people reach for this bread at breakfast, thinking they're starting their day with a light, healthy choice. Instead, they're unknowingly programming their body for a day of metabolic struggle.
Let me explain exactly how this process unfolds in your body, because understanding the why makes the solution so much more powerful. When you consume processed grain products, 3 critical things happen almost immediately. First, your leptin sensitivity becomes impaired. Leptin is your natural fullness hormone. It's supposed to signal your brain when you've had enough food. But when leptin becomes disrupted, that signal gets lost. You end up eating more throughout the day without even realizing why you feel constantly unsatisfied. Second, those rapid insulin spikes don't just store fat. They actively shut down your body's ability to burn existing fat stores. It's like your metabolism gets locked in storage mode, unable to access the energy you've already stored in your body. Third, this process triggers a cascade of cortisol release and systemic inflammation. This is why fat tends to accumulate specifically in the abdominal area. Your body is literally responding to what it perceives as a metabolic emergency. And here's what I want you to understand. This isn't about your willpower. This isn't about being disciplined enough. This is pure biochemistry. Your body is responding exactly as it's programmed to respond when these specific food signals are present.
Now, let's fix this. I'm going to share a 5-step protocol that works with your body's natural processes instead of against them. Don't worry, this won't involve starvation or extreme diets. It's simple, and your body will thank you for it. Step 1. Remove all packaged whole grain breads from your home for exactly 7 days. I know this might feel drastic, but remember, we're essentially performing a reset on your metabolism. 7 days is long enough to clear these disruptive signals from your system. Step 2. Replace that bread with genuinely whole foods that support fat burning. Steel-cut oats with no added sugars. True sprouted grain bread like Ezekiel bread, but read the label carefully to ensure there are no added oils or sugars. Or my personal favorite, a small boiled sweet potato, which provides sustained energy without the metabolic disruption. Step 3. Add either fresh lemon water or a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in water 15 minutes before your first meal of the day. This simple addition helps optimize your insulin sensitivity and prepares your digestive system to properly process the nutrients coming in. Step 4. This one might challenge conventional wisdom, but wait for genuine hunger before eating your first meal of the day. Not the clock telling you it's breakfast time, but your body actually signaling that it needs fuel. This naturally improves insulin sensitivity and helps restore your leptin function. Step 5. Take a 30-minute walk after meals whenever possible. This doesn't need to be intense exercise. A gentle, comfortable pace is perfect. Walking after eating activates specific metabolic pathways that encourage fat mobilization rather than fat storage. Within just 5 days, most people notice remarkable changes. The persistent bloating begins to subside. Energy levels start to stabilize and improve. And yes, that stubborn belly area begins to flatten as inflammation decreases and your body remembers how to access stored fat for energy. Your metabolism isn't broken. It never was. It's simply been receiving confusing signals from modern processed foods that didn't exist when our metabolic systems evolved. Think of your body as an incredibly sophisticated machine that's been running on the wrong fuel. The machine itself is perfect. It just needs the right fuel to function as it was designed to. This isn't about perfection or never enjoying foods you love. It's about understanding which foods serve your goals and which ones work against them, then making conscious choices that support the vibrant, energetic life you deserve. Many women tell me they feel like they've been fighting their own body for years. Once they remove these metabolic blockers and provide the right signals, they discover their body was actually trying to help them all along. Fix the signal, and your body will do the rest. The protocol I've shared today represents decades of nutritional research condensed into practical steps you can implement immediately. but knowledge without action remains just interesting information. I encourage you to choose just one step, maybe starting with that morning lemon water, or replacing your usual bread with steel-cut oats for breakfast. Small, consistent changes create momentum, and momentum creates lasting transformation. If this information has provided clarity about struggles you've been experiencing, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Share what resonated most, or simply let me know you're ready to try something different. Your engagement helps me understand what's most helpful for our community. And if you know someone, a friend, a family member, a colleague, who's been frustrated with their own stubborn weight challenges, please consider sharing this video with them. Sometimes the most caring thing we can do is offer someone a new perspective on an old problem. Your journey to reclaiming your metabolism and your confidence doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes the most profound changes come from the simplest adjustments. You have everything you need to begin right now. The question is, are you ready to stop fighting your body and start working with it instead?